Buckle up for another episode of Ghost Phasers, a supernatural rewatch podcast. My name is Richard, and sitting shotgun as always is my brother in podcasting, Reed.
I knew you were going to say that.
Oh, it's because I say it every week.
No, I felt it.
Oh, where?
I have clairaudience. I heard it before it happened from the spirit realm.
Yeah, but I also said it.
I'm pretty sure I knew it was going to happen.
It's a thing I do every single week.
I knew you were going to say that.
Okay, what am I going to say next?
I knew you were going to say that.
But what am I
going to say? See?
God, he's good.
God, he's good.
Let's get
into it.
Ghost Phasers! We're facing ghosts, we're others, we're not, we're ghosts! Ghost Phasers! Stay in the kitchen when the kitchen gets hot! Ghost Phasers! We're facing nightmare, we're facing dread! Ghost Phasers! We're facing faceless, we're facing dead!
Welcome to Ghost Phasers. Today we're discussing Season 7, Episode 7, The Mentalists.
Lucky number 11.
That's a great movie.
Is it?
Yeah,
I don't think I've seen it.
It's actually a really good movie. Yeah, it's a banger. It's actually like a classic, like...
Do you know what I always think that movie is? Is Smokin' Aces.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
When I hear Lucky number 11, I always think of Smokin' Aces.
Yeah, it's the...
Are they similar? Is there a reason that they're like connected
idea.
in my head?
I've never seen Smokin' Aces.
See, I've seen Smokin' Aces.
Oh.
And you've seen Lucky number 11.
It's the Richification of Hollywood.
Yeah, but people doing it more poorly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's okay. He then did it more poorly after.
Yeah,
so.
Guy Ritchie has managed to out-American Ritchie himself.
Yes.
Yeah.
God, when he tried to Ritchie fucking Arthur, like...
What?
Oh, did you not see that movie?
Is that the one with Russell Brand?
It's the one with a guy from Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, Charlie Hunnam?
Yeah, he makes him King Arthur.
Oh, King Arthur.
Yeah.
But do they do
No, not like Arthur, like the fucking anteater or something. What other Arthur could you be thinking of? Jekyll Hyde.
But like, how much do they richify that?
Oh,
like, does it like freeze frame go, now you might wonder how I got here.
Yeah. Yes.
First thing, I was pulling a sword out of a stone,
Yes.
and now I'm it. Like, really?
Yes.
That's such visible parody.
Yes.
Like, actually?
Yes.
That's insane.
It's...
I was saying that as a joke.
No. That's literally in the trailer. Like...
Oh, my God.
Yeah, where he's like...
That's my friend Lancelot. He doesn't lance very often at all. It's like one of those ironic nicknames.
It's a thing where like a bunch of guys are going up to beat him up, and he's like alone about to fight some people, and then it does freeze frame, and he like
discombobulate.
Yeah, it might be wondering how I got here. Like
that's outrageous.
It's fucking crazy. Yeah,
he snatched King Arthur.
Yes,
which is also what I would love to see on a season of Drag Race.
Hell yeah,
yeah.
This episode aired November 4th, 2011.
Okay.
Written by, I wonder if you know these two names.
Okay.
Ben Acker and Ben Blacker.
Really? Ben Acker and Ben Blacker?
Those are the two guys that host the podcast, The Thrilling Adventure Hour.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah, which Paul, what's his name?
Shear?
Paul, no, what's the other one?
Paul F. Tompkins?
Paul F. Tompkins. He's in that a lot.
Oh, okay.
It's like one of those like
I've heard of it. I've never
improvised story podcast things.
Wow, Ben Acker and Ben Blacker.
Yes,
that's so funny.
Yeah, that. I knew that they were a team, but I didn't realize they were like just doing TV show episodes and stuff.
There's the one that doesn't pull his weight. That's Ben Slacker.
Yeah. yeah. Football fans, Ben Packer.
Yeah. There's a guy that's like always eating soup. That's Ben Cracker.
Oh, yeah. I like that. Any other ones?
Well, there's those twins where like one is always sitting on top of the other one. That's Ben Stacker.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Any others?
Well, there's the guy that's not allowed near any parks or schools anymore. That's Ben Jacker.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yeah.
No, we don't like that.
Yeah.
Anyways, so... This episode was directed by...
There's the one that's always staining his deck. That's Ben Lacker.
I heard a joke today that was, what do you call two lesbians in the closet?
I don't know.
A liquor cabinet.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Did you send that to me on TikTok?
I think I did.
Also,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
also saw that today.
Actually, could be either.
Yeah.
I saw it on TikTok. Did I send it to you?
I think our feeds are
Maybe.
similar, yeah.
Yeah, our feeds are linking.
Oh my god, they are syncing.
Yeah. I mean, that one.
Oh, there's the one that always tells you that you're in his world now. It's Ben Hacker.
Oh, hell yeah. It's the one that's drunk in England, Ben Knackered.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's the one that's always feeding the ducks. That's Ben Quacker.
Oh, I thought that was the cracker one who just had a speech impediment. This episode was directed by Mike Roll. Once again, we keep rolling.
What? I forgot what the sound was.
I was like, Shaggy?
Keep. Wow.
Wah! Doing that fucking Acker bit, couldn't get out of it. Viewed by an estimated 1.84.
Whoa.
We're up 10.
It's just hanging on up there.
Yeah. Not too bad.
Interesting. Not bad.
All right, let's see the promo.
Yeah, hit me.
Hit me, baby.
In the spine.
The rice.
Why is there like that Danny Elfman fucking music behind it?
It's what the show all
like. Well, the promos are like, what a wacky little.
because they're like
In a
it's,
town where creepy stuff is normal.
yes, that's like always. They're like it's fun and supernatural. It's got to be fucking Nightmare Before
It
Christmas.
sounds like fucking Elfman.
It does, and that's 1,000% what they were like. Give me an Elfman. Like that's what they were looking for.
That's
for
really
sure.
funny.
It is. It does speak to like fun and like supernatural though.
I mean, it's closer, but it feels like an accident. It doesn't feel like it's because they were like, this episode's a bit more fun anyway.
Sure,
It's just
fair.
purely accidental.
So, international titles. This title of this episode is from the TV crime show, The Mentalist from 2008-2015. Did you ever watch that show?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I like that actor.
Yeah.
Whose name I don't remember.
Yeah, it's Simon Baker.
Yeah. And like a solid 3-piece suit game
Yeah.
in that show.
Yeah.
I like him, but I think my problem with The Mentalist is that was right as like the boat was tipping on the like
Procedural.
like specialist helps the cops kind of like trope.
Mm-hmm.
Where it was
Castle.
like, so his thing is tricking people into confessing things.
Yes.
Like,
or like giving him information. Yeah.
like I fucking loved Monk. I love Bones.
Monk is the best of them.
I love Bones, even though it's a little long in the tooth, but like I liked Bones. But Bones was different though too.
Yeah, it wasn't the same.
Because
That was just two people doing their job.
well, but it was different because the cop was kind of like the odd man.
Yes.
Out because the team were all the specialists.
Yes.
At any rate, I liked some of those shows, but The Mentalist, I was like, it's just kind of like I think it just hit as I was getting tired of that. Like I liked Lie to Me, the one
Oh,
with
I
Tim Roth.
loved Lie to Me.
And like Lie to Me and The Mentalist had a similar hook, right? That these were guys who just could read people.
Yeah.
Came from different sort of things, but
fucking love.
I liked Lie to Me better than The Mentalist.
Me too.
though.
I
Yeah.
fucking lived for Lie to Me for
Yeah.
a bit there. Yeah, hell yeah. God. Should I rewatch Lie to Me?
Oh yeah. Should we start a Lie to Me podcast?
Pod to Me?
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah, it's happening.
It's only had like 3 seasons, I think.
Yeah, we could crush that in a year.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's fucking Patreon content right there.
Oh, yeah.
Once Fast and the Furious is done.
Yeah, Lie to Me podcast. The only Lie to Me podcast.
Look, we wouldn't have any competition.
That's true.
That's like the what's that the where the guy gets the newspaper the day before,
Oh, right.
Daily or so. Oh, I can't remember.
Morning edition.
Yeah,
or,
yeah,
or
yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, Daily Edition or Morning
Yeah,
Edition,
yeah, yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
Do you know this is also a weird procedural
Yeah.
one? That Forever
Oh yeah,
with the guy that played Mr. Fantastic. I kind of dug that one.
I loved all those shows too.
Because he was like, yeah, but his thing was he was immortal. So the show was like had
Yeah.
another weird wrinkle to it.
Weird that we both love those.
Yeah. Should we? Is this happening?
We've been friends for 7 years. Like,
It's sinking.
there is no international titles. Everybody got it.
Whoa.
There's also no featured music for this episode.
Huh.
Yeah.
But
TV Guide describes this episode as: Sam and Dean investigate when an angry spirit murders mediums in the so-called most psychic town in America. But the two have trouble locating the medium who is controlling the homicidal ghost.
That's right.
That is how it's described.
Well, cool.
But before we get into the episode...
I just realized, too, that when I was trying to do an Elfman thing, I was doing Toxic by Britney Spears. I was like, oh.
So the ghost killed your friend. I wanna ride.
Go Sam and Dean.
Add it to the list. But before we talk about today's episode, why don't we open up Dad's Journal and learn about some of the real world lore?
Let's see what the lore says about mediumship.
Oh my... Mediumship? Is that really the...
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Oh, it's when you really want...
Like the being of a medium.
Oh, not like wanting two mediums to have sex.
No, it's not a mediumship.
Yeah.
And it's also not like when you only want two people of like average size to get together. I'm only a medium shipper.
Yeah, or
I've
when you're
got
not
no
really...
interest in smalls and larges.
Yeah, or you only like sort of into the relationship you're in.
Yeah, I'm medium shipping.
Yeah.
So mediumship is the practice of serving as a sort of communication intermediary between the worlds of the living and the dead, or rather, between mortals and spirits, or as they called them sometimes in spiritualism, quote, discarnate humans.
Whoa.
Which means that you're still human. Because the thing in spiritualism is that, like, you don't just, like, die and freeze. Like, the afterlife is there's potential for growth and continuance in the afterlife. It's just another phase of life in spiritualism, which is why communing with the dead is so important in that kind of belief structure, because you could learn things about the fundamental nature of the universe, about God, about all these kind of things by communing with the dead, because they're still active participants. They're not removed from reality. So there's a couple of primary categories of medium. There are mental mediums. Watch the fuck out for them.
They're fucking crazy.
They're fucking crazy. Yeah. They like tune into the spiritual world. And then there's physical mediums who can like make spirits manifest, whose connections can cause like levitations or ectoplasm.
I thought that was just how
like
I was described.
A physical medium. Yeah. You go in and be like, can we help you, sir? I'm a physical medium.
What about mental?
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
What about mental? I'm not crazy.
I'd say I'm a mental medium. I'm doing okay. I haven't been to therapy in a while, but I'm like a mental medium. In Western culture, mediumship became very popular in the 19th century, of course, specifically because of Ouija boards.
Oh, I'm going to get that Ouija board. That's a Western.
Yeah.
It's in Western culture. I'm going to cap me one of them ghosts.
Nice.
I really didn't have as many cowboy phrases in my head as I thought.
Arthur Morgan.
Whoa, there's another Arthur.
Yeah, hey. Now you might be wondering how I got here.
Oh my God. Guy Ritchie Western, hell yeah.
But Ouija boards in particular kind of sparked a huge interest. It became very, very popular. Lots of mediums sprung out of nowhere.
Sure.
Until people started being like, wait a minute, these are frauds. They discovered people were using like the tricks of stage magicians to make the board move, or the planchette move on the board, or whatever, all these kind of things. And they were like, I can't believe somebody would lie about this. And so it kind of really dropped off by the beginning of the 20th century. Now, there's still people that are mediums out there. That's still very popular, but they're popular like with their group. You know what I mean? The people that believe in it,
sure,
go for it. But in the 19th
Popular
century,
culture,
in the
yeah.
19th century, it was like just big.
Well, yeah, like
That's why you would see like people with crystal balls or like shit like that at like the fair, the World's Fair, or whatever. You
like George Washington was a spiritualist.
was he?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, so like it was a thing that was like popular culture. It was basically like a new religion.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, it's interesting because in the 20th century, there became some like codified spiritualist religions, but for the most part, they were just kind of like, it was never like a religion with a text. It was just that you kind of subscribe to these sort of general beliefs about the spiritual world and stuff like that. But in the 20th century, it's formalized a bit.
Yeah.
I think maybe in response to like the loss of faith
Yes.
that people had with all the fraudulent mediums and stuff like that.
I think the like main rule basically is that you believe that like you can converse with the dead, and that's kind of it.
That's a big kind of
Yeah.
primary pillar of it.
Yeah.
It's not the only thing, but it's pretty fundamental.
Yeah.
So there are some different types of mediumship. So there are seances.
Yep.
Where you gather a bunch of people together and through kind of like rite or incantation or whatever, you would try to commune with the dead. And then the trick in the old days was that you'd make a table turn.
Sure.
That was the physical sign that it worked.
And now the turntables.
I feel like that phrase comes from that somehow.
Probably.
But there's trances in which the medium is either in a different state of consciousness and is therefore more able to commune kind of through the veil, or not that they're possessed, but that they become the conduit for the voice of the spirit.
Yeah.
So trances is another type. And then Ouija, of course, is the one that was like really big, really popular. It's the one you could do at home. So there are some other kind of abilities, I suppose you might call them, that you might ascribe to mediums.
Sure. Go medium.
I mostly just want to say this list because I love words, and I learned a bunch of words here. I love when there's specific words for things.
Sure.
So we've heard the word clairvoyant,
Yep.
which obviously like voyant comes from voir, which is the like French, and then it comes from Latin. It's to see.
Sure.
So to clear-sighted, right? That's
Yep.
clairvoyant. But you could have clairaudience, which is
Hearing.
So the ability to like hear spirits and that. Clairvoyance is maybe that you're seeing things through the veil.
Oh, okay.
And then there's the auditory version, which is clairaudience. There's clairsentience, which is sensing. So that just have like a vague impression of what a spirit wants to communicate, kind of like an ESP sort of thing. There's clear sentience, which is clear feeling. So that's where you could a medium might like take on the ailments of a spirit. They might take on the feeling
Sure.
a spirit has. So if a spirit is like has some sort of like kind of lingering psychic wound or something, they'll feel it. That's clairsentience.
No, it's not my erection. It's the ghost's erection.
I'm so sorry.
It's a ghoster.
Yeah. There's
A goner? Yeah.
oh yeah, nice.
It's a boast.
Hey, you know who'd be into that?
Hey.
Dan Aykroyd.
That's right.
Clairalience is clear smelling. So just literally like you might smell like, let's say they were a smoker in life.
Sure, yeah.
You'd get that sense first as a medium. And you'd
There's-
be like, is that the spirit? Like, so it's not always just about I hear their voice or I see them.
Yeah.
It's all the different senses can get activated.
No, I
there.
didn't fart. It was a ghost.
Well, there's clairgustance or clear tasting,
Oh.
open wide,
Yeah.
and claircognizance or clear knowing.
My
is,
goner's gonna go. Get ready to shake.
Jesus, claircognizance or clear knowing is the ability to know something without receiving it through normal or psychic senses. It's just a feeling of just knowing. It's like
Yeah.
a gut instinct thing, but you have knowledge.
Yes.
That's claircognizance. I mostly just wanted to say that because I fucking love words. And that was really fun for me.
Well, I'm glad.
But yeah, I mean, there's still lots of mediums to this day. There's that Long Island medium.
Yeah.
I mean, they're out there. The thing is, scientifically, no instance of mediumship has ever been demonstrably proven. Or not even proven. There's never even been doubt.
Sure.
Ever. No clinical studies, nothing has ever been able to even cast doubt over the scientific assertion that people can't do this.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm careful to say it that way because, again, there's lots of unknowables out there.
Yeah.
But it's been pretty definitively proven that people can't do this.
Sure.
At least not in any way that's reliable or replicable, which are kind of the things you need scientifically.
Yeah.
Like, it can't just be like, well, it happened once.
Yeah. For scientific evidence,
You need to be able to, like, do it again. So anyone that's saying, like, I can do this, there's no
way to prove them, right or wrong.
Well, I mean, you can prove them wrong because it just doesn't happen. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Like,
you can't prove them right.
Yeah, exactly.
At least from a scientific method.
Yeah. So, but there's lots of people out there that claim mediumship. I always feel like that's just like, it's just a step too far for my believability in things. Like, obviously, I'm relatively materialist, but I've said it before. We don't know what dark matter is. If we find out that dark matter is the reason people get eerie feelings in places, and those are like particle relationships we just don't understand, and be like, that was it. Because I do think people get eerie feelings in places, and that shit's weird and creepy, and we can't explain it. But I always feel when someone is like, oh, the ghost is saying this, and then like says something literal, I'm like, well, that seems like bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just one step. It's not like I walked into a room and like, did someone die in here? And then someone tells you, and you go like, oh, like, it's not a vague sense. It's not like some sort of instinctual danger sense or something like those kind of things that are.
It's so funny. I approach all of this kind of stuff like, I don't believe it, but I'm open to it. And I think that's always the way that I move forward.
Sure.
Like, I love horoscopes. I take everything with a grain of salt, but I love it.
Do you take it with a grain of salt?
I fairly do. Though today was crazy.
Yeah, okay, here we go. Yeah, fucking here we go.
I'll tell you after, but it was like eerie.
Okay.
Like, the fact that it would end up today is nuts.
Yeah. So you have to record 2 podcasts today. Oh my God.
Considering that it goes to a lot of people, the fact that it was this today was crazy.
I know, but you can read into that too. And on a day where it's less so, you go, oh, it's close. You know what I mean? Like,
No. But here's the thing. I mean, most days, it's like, it's pretty on point and not applicable for any other day.
Okay.
Get on CoStar, baby.
All right.
It's okay.
If we're going to start doing this, we better get some fucking money from CoStar.
Oh, my God. Hell yeah. I fucking love that. But it's okay. This is dynamic. This is good. If we're not on the same page, that's good content.
I mean, I am open to I'm open to it in that I won't say it is 100% not possible, not true.
How could you know?
Because I couldn't possibly know.
Yeah.
But I'm a relative skeptic in that, like, if every attempt at seeing if it works comes up as a failure, then it's like, well,
sure. Or the methods.
If it is possible, I bet we can't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of where
I
I'm
think
at with
that
it.
mediumship is probably a step too far for me. Like, that's not everything that I've ever participated in. But like, if someone was like, hey, there's a lady that's gonna do that for a party, I'd be like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, I fucking love that shit.
Yeah,
I'm down for a good time.
Yeah. I fuck.
Listen, I fuck.
All right. Well, with that, why don't we get into today's episode?
Yeah, let's do it.
This is the most concise then we've ever had.
Oh, okay.
Because the entire thing is Dean killing Amy and Sam left because of it. That's
shit.
All was in the then.
And that's it.
Yeah. You would know because you watched the episode, right?
I did watch the episode, but I've been having a real, like, my brain basically turned off last week. I watched Hobbs and Shaw. It, like, ruined my brain.
I mean, yeah, that's really... Yeah, and you didn't watch it in one sitting either.
I couldn't. I tried.
That movie barely exists.
We can't talk about it right now.
Listen to... subscribe to the Dr. DC
Listen
Patreon.
to the highest Patreon tier of our other podcast.
Yeah. It'll be worth it.
If you want to, yeah.
All right, getting into the now. We see a medium, Grandma Goldie.
Right.
Is conducting a seance for a couple. A believing wife, Cynthia, and a very skeptical husband.
Yeah, I mean, classic dynamic too is that like women are a little more open-minded about this kind of stuff.
And life in general.
Although I do like this guy has like a quick 180 though, where he's like, "Where are the papers?
Yeah.
Tell me, you fucking ghost."
Yeah, he's just like, if it exists, I've got some fucking questions.
He's just greedy enough to believe in ghosts.
Well, he's just greedy enough to go whatever that avenue I have to take.
If it means I find the documents.
Yeah.
Which I kind of love.
I do love that. A wind blows through the window as Uncle Danny arrives.
Ooh.
That's where we realize that we were trying to contact.
Right.
And the medium has them place their hands on
Uncle Danny, is that you?
They place their hands on the Ouija board.
Yeah.
On the planchette.
Yeah.
The planchette moves, but the husband insists that the medium is doing it. He's not even touching the planchette at this point.
Yeah, he's like, "She's doing this, you dumb broad."
Yeah, seriously.
He's got like some stanky energy.
Yes.
Yeah.
The spirit then knocks twice to signify its existence.
Yeah.
She's like, knock twice if you're there. And he's like,
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
and the medium relates how Uncle Danny is with his beloved pet. It's also like one of those things where they're like, where he says like, now you're being ridiculous. You're trying to go after the like Sydney or whatever the dog's name was. I can't remember.
Yeah, something like that.
And so it's like from a medium standpoint, it's like, oh, if it's ridiculous to do this, even more ridiculous to talk to this person. It's probably an animal. I'm just going to say pet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and that's a big part of that too, right? Or you go like, I'm sensing another presence. They're very loved. You go like, oh, it's probably Aunt Tina. I go like, it is Aunt Tina.
Yeah. Or it's, but I love it. It's just like, it's like the guy says that, and then she goes, "It's a beloved pet," and she goes, "It is. It's our dog," and she goes, "It's playing with a tennis ball. He loved tennis balls."
I mean, she's taking some big swings.
Yeah,
I gotta say.
yeah.
I kind of into her. She doesn't play it safe. She's
a little fast and loose.
But she goes like, it's fine to have some skepticism, and he goes like, listen, there were documents in a safe, and I need them for reasons I can't disclose. And then he's like the fireplace kicks up. Stuff starts rocking, and the medium is like,
I guess he didn't like that question. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because the wife is like, oh, he didn't like that, and the medium's like, fuck, that wasn't me.
Yeah, this is
which is
more
great.
real.
It's a really good moment where it reaffirms the person's legitimate belief.
Yes,
and she's like, shit, damn it.
The planchette then like rises off of the table and fucking stabs the medium in the throat,
and that's like a dull thing too.
Yeah,
like
you'd have to go with real force.
It's aggressive.
Yeah.
Oh,
a thing about the dog, Sadie. That's also the same name as Jared Padalecki's dog, who like goes with him everywhere.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. But yes, the planchette fucking stabs her in the throat, killing her. Dean then we basically, that was the cold open.
Yeah.
So now we cut to Dean on his own.
Yeah.
A week and a half after the previous episode.
Yes, that's right.
And he's getting something to eat in Raleigh.
Yeah. Just a sec.
He steals
just a sec, I said.
But he's not there at the restaurant yet.
No, but he's getting something and he steals a car.
Yes.
And what is he holding when he steals the car?
I don't fucking remember.
He's holding a bag of burgers because he gets in the car and there's garbage everywhere. He's have some respect. He just puts his garbage.
Yes, on top of that garbage. Okay.
Sam? You are gonna finish your dessert and you are gonna like it!
It's time for the supernatural sandwich segment,
Oh my
baby.
God. About burgers?
Well, what I want to talk about is, I've talked about this in my stand-up, so you know this.
Uh-huh.
But what I want to talk about is like shameful car eating.
Oh, yeah.
Dean's got his-
you and I have talked about privately.
Dean's got his food. He steals a car, but he gets in this car
There's
with his
technically
food.
shameful eating there, yeah.
Not for him, but I want to know what's your like go-to shameful like drive-through. What do you get? Where do you park?
Yeah,
How do you get rid of the garbage? I want you to walk me through it.
Well, baby, I've got a long history with shameful eating.
Yeah. Paint the picture.
The first time that I ever really like decided I needed to lose weight,
Sure.
was probably like, God, to think about even the size I was then, but I was probably like 25 or something.
Yeah, I mean, the number of times I've been like, wow, I should lose some weight. And I look back now.
Like, God, I wish.
It got like 80 pounds worse.
So I was probably like 25, and I remember being like, oh, I'm really overweight. And the moment that I really remembered it, though, was I had like a coupon from McDonald's.
Sure.
It's always McDonald's. And I went with some friends.
Sure.
And I had like didn't tell them about the coupon, and then I like got like a 2-for-1 meal.
Right.
And then we took it back to the place, and I didn't tell them that I got 2 for 1.
Right.
And I like stashed the other drink away. And
wow.
Oh yeah. And then I remember because I had put everything like my meal in the kitchen, and I came back with it on a plate, and then I like sort of hid how much I was eating, and then like when I was like halfway through, I went back to the kitchen and refilled up. And I was
That's
like,
so much more in depth than I was expecting.
yeah,
this
that
to
was a
be.
moment where I was like, I was watching what I was doing and it was like 2 Big Mac meals. And I was like, this is a problem. I was like, if I'm hiding it, then it's a
Wow.
problem. So
Here's what I'll say,
Yeah.
and you know this about me. My problem is quantity.
mhm.
I would say it's not even frequency.
yeah.
It's that when I go, I don't just like order a burger. I go like, I should
Well,
get
I can't have just
I should
a
get
burger.
3.
Yeah.
like,
One burger couldn't satiate me.
and so that's a real problem for me.
And then you finish the one and you're like, I probably could have just gotten one. But...
Do you want to hear my current quote healthy
Ooh,
one that I've done?
Let me hear.
Also McDonald's.
Yeah.
I get the crispy chicken and bacon McWrap,
Oh, that's basically a salad.
essentially. That's my veggies.
Yeah.
And then I get 2 double hamburgers. Just the
No
classic,
cheese. That's basically
the
like
classic
not even
like
eating
small hamburgers.
them.
So
The bites alone are canceling out the calories.
I mean, it's only what, like 1,500 calories now, so it's pretty good.
yeah.
But I'll get that, and I park at the grocery store.
Oh, that's not even like a family thing. That's you're by yourself.
No, I just by myself. I
Fries?
No,
You're like-
just those
yeah,
3
you're eating
things.
healthy.
I don't even get a drink. I just dry eat all this
You're like, I don't
stuff.
deserve a drink.
But no, not me, not the fucking gross piece of shit like me. And I'm just sitting there in the parking lot doing that.
As long as nobody gets in the car with you, you're fine.
Well, yeah, so that happened. This is in my stand-up now. But yeah, like one time I was doing that, and someone, well, because my car, when you park it, unlocks the doors.
Yes, and you have the most common vehicle in the entire city.
And so someone came up and opened the passenger side just by accident. They were like, oh, sorry. And I was like, oh, it's okay. And they went away. But I was so scared because I thought my wife caught me. Like, that was the thought process. I was like it was a sting operation. Like, I got you, you sick son of a bitch. So yeah, I park in the grocery store parking lot. I eat. I drive all the way home. I don't turn to where the house is. I drive to the end of the condo.
well, because that's where the dumpster
that's where
is.
the dumpster is. Get rid of the garbage.
You mean the evidence?
Drive back around. Yeah, and then go home.
A big thing that I
Try to quickly eat a Tums or something to obscure the
smell. Yeah. That's why you got to have car gum.
Yeah, I should have car.
That's what I got. Yeah.
I mean, it's what a bad sign when you're like, I shouldn't be doing this, and the thing you're doing is just like normal.
Yes, you're eating.
I'm eating.
Yeah.
It's
I,
it's like I'm doing drugs.
Truly.
Yeah.
That's
I have to meet a guy in a park. He dead drops a Big Mac meal for me.
one of my favorite things about when I used to do like stand up was I was like, I knew I'd be out late enough that I would then go get McDonald's after.
That's like, I'd say 40% of why I like to stand up.
It's the best because I'm by myself. I'm driving it late at night. And I'm probably a little bit hungry. Maybe even had a couple drinks, so I really want some food.
Yeah.
And then I would
I had a couple of drinks. Time to get behind the wheel of a car. go to McDonald's. Yeah, baby. I'm Richard.
Enough that I was fine.
Had a 5th of vodka. Dare me to McRib?
I'm being responsible. I'm soaking up the alcohol. Gotta drive there, but it's fun. Don't have to deal with that problem now. Now I don't have to hide it at all because I'm divorced.
Yeah.
Nothing sadder than that.
And that's the real trick.
yeah. You
Yeah.
should get divorced like me. Then you can eat anytime you want.
Yeah, you keep saying that. Yeah. At any rate, that's the Supernatural Sandwich segment.
Shameful eating.
won't play an outro because you
Thank
keep
you.
fucking whining like a baby.
Yeah. Well, make an outro and then we can get one.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
God, this is the whitest we've ever been. That was the sandwich segment.
There we go.
Fuck yeah.
Now let's start the episode.
Do you play that from the Discord?
Yeah, because
You haven't saved it to your computer?
it's an M4A. It's a weird file that not all of my devices play.
So you just go to the one
So
place?
I just go to the spot I know it plays.
Did you have to scroll back in a conversation?
Yes, that's what happened last week when it unscrolled.
Oh my god. Just download it.
No, this is it's better this way. I don't think you understand how
Just convert the file type.
this is how the technology works.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. What would I know?
You should see the lengths I go to edit those Toretto Talks episodes.
Good God.
You should.
Did you end up editing those Dr. DC episodes?
Oh no.
The ones where you're like, I really need to edit those.
Ugh.
So Dean steals a car and here's a newscast about
A
the
new cast.
I'm a little bit drunk, I'm gonna be honest.
Wow.
That was like 2 glasses of wine in one.
You've had a fifth of wine.
Yeah.
Dare me to pod?
time to go against the wheel.
Yeah. I'm gonna go drive now.
Yeah, up on the sidewalk. boom, boom,
Pavlovian
boom.
response. I hit a certain level of drug. I just need to drive.
I got a McDonald's. I can't help it. So he steals a car and hears a newscast about the death of 2 psychics in Lilydale, New York. I can't hear Lilydale without thinking.
Lilydale.
Yeah, that's
I was gonna bring that up. I'm so glad you said that. I was gonna bring it up. Is that only a Canadian thing?
It might be
Because that's like a Schneider's meat thing.
it's like
right?
it's like a chicken.
Lilydale.
Yeah,
It was like
chicken
deli
breasts.
chicken.
Yeah,
Like, but it's supposed to be like
higher quality.
a gourmet, kind of like a
Yeah.
nicer one. But it always had this guy with this accent. Go, a Lilydale. The finest chicken. Yeah, that's also, I imagine, a very Southern Ontario thing.
It might very.
There was
well
you are from further west than me, but do you ever remember driving past like my neck of the woods and there's the giant Schneider's sign by the 401?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that was Makeout Point, baby. Go make out under the Schneider sign.
Or wake up there after a drug induced.
No, that's far too close to town.
So this is apparently the most psychic town in America.
Is that true or just made up for the episode?
That name is made up for the episode. The actual name is Casadega. And
There's
it's
a place called Casadega, and that's the most psychic town in America?
And it's in Florida.
Oh, interesting.
So Casadega is really interesting, actually.
So there's no way that all of these mediums are meth related at all. It's the most psychic town is in Florida. We're just supposed to take that at face value.
I mean, truly though, like
it's not just a bunch of tweakers being like, "I saw God."
Casadega is interesting, right? Because so it's been around for a really long time, and it developed right alongside spiritualism.
Interesting.
But the Casadega Spiritualist Camp is how it initially started, which was in 1875.
Sure.
When the Southern Casadega Spiritualist Camp Meeting Association was founded by George P. Colby from Pike, New York, a trance medium who traveled to many states giving readings and seances.
Yeah.
He was well known for
He dropped that beat too. He was a trance.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
Fuck
see
yeah.
a ghost.
Fuck yeah.
But he's known in his travels and was referred to as the seer of spiritualism.
Hmm.
Colby attended a summer spiritualist camp, and what he did with a flute, we'll never know. Meetings
This
in
one time it's spiritualist.
oh, but he attended the spiritualist camp meetings at Lilydale, New York, the town
Oh.
adjacent to Casadega.
How's it adjacent? They're in different states.
So what I'm guessing is that it was probably like, maybe it was in Lilydale, but it developed its own town, its camp, and then became a town eventually.
But how is it adjacent? If Lilydale's in New York and Casadega's in Florida, how are they adjacent?
Great question.
Maybe they just mean that they're like kind of sister towns. Like
Maybe
Lilydale
that's what it
is
is.
like a more northern psychic town.
Sure,
or something.
yeah. Colby worked with several spirit guides who would give him the knowledge. One of his spirit guides was a Native American named Seneca, who had manifested to Colby during a seance in Lake Mills, Iowa. According to Colby, Seneca had instructed him to travel to Florida, where he eventually arrived. Yeah, I'm sure that's what the First Nations person did too. He said, "Go to Florida."
Yeah, yeah.
Where he eventually arrived at a place called Blue Springs Landing near Orange City, Florida. According to Colby, so this is what I'm guessing is the camp was initially in New York.
I see.
Then pieced out to Florida.
Yeah, because like the taxation is looser.
Yes.
Yeah.
Colby arrived in Florida in 1875. The charter was granted to form the Southern Cassadaga Spiritualist Camp Meeting Association. Later, in 1895, Colby signed a warranty deed to the association for 35 acres. The people who came to the spiritualist camp in the early days of its formation were affluent and well-educated. The association later received additional acreage that expanded the camp to the current 57 acres. So now...
So it's still around?
Yeah, so now it features the Cassadaga Hotel, a central auditorium, the temple, the library, a former healing center, a bookstore, a welcome center, and the Andrew Jackson Davis Educational Building, used for musical performances and gatherings. But basically, it's super on lockdown. It's still run by like a board of directors. If you want, I mean, my guess is why they didn't make it this
basically
town.
like a spiritualist commune kind of thing.
Why I think like there are houses, like it is like a city, like it's a little township, like it's like going to Dawson City basically.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But it's run by like a board of directors, and basically like if you want to do anything through it, you have to get their approval, and they have like a PR committee and all.
So they
this
probably
other
just
stuff.
like, what's the next thing? They Lily Day.
Yeah. They were probably like, we probably can't use this name because they like, it's an organization.
Right.
But yeah,
interesting.
So that's Cassadaga. So it is a real place. Lilydale is from its beginnings. Dean drives there and poses as an FBI agent to check out the scene of the most recent death.
Yeah.
He confirms that the medium used mechanical devices to create her spirits.
Yeah, there's like a spring thing in the knocking sound.
Yeah,
it's
it makes
like
the windows open
under the table. Yeah, there's all sorts of like shit or whatever. Yeah.
Once he's done checking out the death scene, Dean goes to a nearby restaurant.
I really like this moment, or a moment that's about to happen, because I was in the first scene where he shows up at the crime scene. I was like, your face was all over the fucking news.
Yeah.
And then in the next scene, like a woman is like, and he's like, no, that's not me.
Yes.
And I was like, okay, so someone thought of it.
Yeah. She gets scared and believes that that it's Sam and Dean of like the Winchesters.
Yeah, because Sam is in this restaurant. Dean shows up at first, and the host is like, it's clearly like a fucking hippie restaurant for all the people coming to town.
Oh, what the?
He's like, you
the
get a
Grateful Spud and White Horse.
Were they like that?
Yeah.
I only
not
went,
this much, but
I only went like at night for shows.
At night when no one was around.
Yeah,
and
I break it.
Yeah.
No. But he's like, you get a free affirmation with whatever. It's like,
you're a virile hand of God or something like that.
But Dean sees Sam, who's also there, and goes and sits down. And Dean is trying to act normal like they would on a case, and Sam's kind of giving him the cold shoulder, but Dean's just talking through it. And then this woman comes up and they go, nope, we're not the Winchesters, they're dead in the ground where they should be. And she goes, oh, okay.
Yes.
I'm kind of a psychic.
Yes. And then like her partner shows up and he's like, oh yeah, they're FBI
oh yeah
agents.
He's the master spoon bender.
Yes.
The last spoon bender.
Fuck yeah, that's a great joke.
Hell yeah.
That's Nikolai Lishin, who comes over and figures that they're FBI agents and invites them to come to his spoon bending demonstration later.
Yeah, there's the Fork Nation.
Yeah.
Knife Nation.
Yeah, the knife benders, the fork
spoon
benders,
and the chopstick nation, I think. Those are kind of four
I wouldn't
pretty primary.
I probably wouldn't say chopstick just given on the show, but yeah.
Well, no, I'm trying to think of like what are four utensils, and you go like fork, knife, spoon.
Yeah, I just wouldn't.
Fourth one
based on the show.
I'm not saying that they.
It's just.
I wasn't
uncool, man.
I think it's uncool the way you're doing it.
Weird. I feel like that's why you're headed there. So speaking of, funny thing about this restaurant.
Okay.
Good Graces was a reused set from a earlier episode.
Okay, can I guess which episode?
Yeah.
It's not the Wishing Well one.
It
is
is.
Fuck yeah. I was watching it. I was like,
This looks familiar.
yeah.
It
Fuck
is.
yeah.
The Lucky Chin's restaurant in Wishful Thinking, season 4, episode 8.
Hell yeah.
You got it. So the brothers then go.
If there's one thing your boy knows, it's the layout of a restaurant. I never forget a restaurant. Remember when I spied that fucking pub?
That's
a couple of
right,
episodes
yeah.
ago?
Weird. The brothers then go over the 2 deaths so far. The first woman, Imelda Graven, was beaten to death with her own crystal ball.
Yeah.
Imelda,
I can't believe nobody's in this entire episode said she didn't see that coming.
they do.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
I missed that.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
they should definitely say that.
Yeah, because they were listening to that, like, when he's listening to that radio station in Raleigh, the guy goes, "Oh, I couldn't believe they didn't see that coming."
Oh, the
Yeah.
radio guy said, okay,
Yeah.
Super obnoxious, like a morning
Yes,
kind of
like
drive
the
time
most.
radio.
I was listening to that, and I was like, all I could think was, God, this guy has to do that every day, all day long.
93.4, the show.
Yeah, like, but like, I mean, like, I'm like, he did his own sound effects. I was like, Jesus. Imelda had a necklace, and Goldie inherited it, and was wearing it when she died. As Sam pours some coffee, his spoon bends on his own.
Yeah. He's like, guy broke my spoon.
He broke my spoon.
That's not how spoon bending works, I don't think.
Oh, I don't know.
You're supposed to, like, you can see him do it in the episode. You're supposed to, like, warm up the thing,
Sure.
like, with your fingers,
Oh,
and then it makes it easier to kind of bend.
yeah.
But, like, he holds it for a bit, gives it back to Sam, and it's normal, and Sam picks it up, and it wilts like a flower.
Yeah, it was weird.
Just, like, not... To the point where I was like, I couldn't remember this episode at all. So I was like,
really?
does this guy have real powers? Because it comes up later where Sam is like, there are so many mediums in this town. I bet you some of them have real mojo.
Yeah.
Maybe not a ton, but enough to make it difficult to do our jobs.
Yeah, totally. So they go to see Melanie Golden, the dead woman's granddaughter. She's saying goodbye to an attractive woman, Camille Thibodeau.
Yeah.
And invites the brothers in after explaining that she just got back into town after working the circuit.
Yeah.
Dean points out that she doesn't seem to have any psychic props, and Melanie says that she reads body language and identifies what both of them are feeling.
She's a mentalist.
That's right. However, she doesn't believe in supernatural abilities.
Yeah.
However, Dean admits...
So she and her aunt were kind of like
opposing minds.
on the outs a little bit.
Yeah. However, Dean admits that he has an open mind. Melanie sends them to the Emporium.
Dean's flirting hard too.
Yeah. So they're sent to the Emporium where Granny Golden's... I keep wanting to call it Granny Goodness. It's really fucking me up.
Hell yeah.
Listen to the Dr. DC podcast. Granny Golden's possessions ended up including that necklace.
Yeah.
The owner of the Emporium says that the crystal ball in the photo of Granny was the orb of Thessaly.
Thessaly.
Thessaly, which is a plot device in this episode, but is also a major plot device in both Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel around this exact same time.
Thessaly is a place in Greece.
It was also just like a thing that all these shows were like referencing. It's apparently a ball that could like contain a spirit and so like put it inside of a body or something.
Right.
The owner, Jimmy Tomorrow, is reluctant to hand over the necklace.
So Jimmy Tomorrow, doesn't he kind of look like a Wish.com version of like the bathrobe guys from It's Always Sunny?
Yeah, a little bit.
That's the vibe I got from him. Is like
that weird family.
But also like he's been in that shirt for 4 days. That's kind of like you look at him and you go like, I don't know, Jimmy Tomorrow.
It's more like
Jimmy No Tomorrow.
Yeah, I was gonna say Jimmy a few days ago.
He's got a note pre-written, if you know what I mean.
Truly. Nice. When they claim that it's evidence, he demonstrates his own abilities and says that Sam is feeling a great loss.
Yeah.
Sam hesitates, and Jimmy invites him to come back for a private reading.
Yeah. Yeah.
Outside, the brothers confirm that the necklace is made in Taiwan and realize that the whatever killed the mediums is still out there. Nikolai is at his room going over a pile of silverware.
Yeah, he just dumps a bag of cutlery.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's assorted cutlery.
You would think this whole thing is spoons.
At this point, if he's that famous, he's on a poster in town. It should just be spoons, right?
Yeah. He has a spoon bending course.
Is it like a different skill set to bend a fork?
Yeah. You think you can bend a spoon the way you bend a fork?
You think I'm some
idiot?
fucking peasant spoon bender?
Yeah.
These are forks, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. Those got fucking tines.
Yeah. I make them fucking dance.
Yeah. Yeah, a mere peasant can bend a spoon.
Like flames in the night.
Yeah. I make these fucking tines flicker. When they begin suddenly shaking and the temperature drops in the room.
Yeah, he like looks away and looks back and all the cutlery is like up on the
Standing
table.
up,
You're like,
perfectly placed, separate from each other. And Nikolai is lifted into the air and then dropped onto them.
Here's what I love about this. And this is what I love about when it's a ghost. And you can say a ghost did it.
Yeah.
He's thrown down so hard that regardless of shape or size or composition, all of these utensils go directly through his body.
Including spoons.
All the way.
Yeah.
But it doesn't shatter the glass top of the table. I fucking love that.
Yeah.
Like, it's not on purpose. It's just because that's the gag.
Yeah.
But it kind of makes it more supernatural.
Yeah.
Like, we get a great shot under the glass table of the blood, like, spilling out of him, which I fucking love. And that's fun, but, like, I don't think it's, like...
Yeah, the ghosts are controlling...
I don't think they're, like, and if the glass doesn't break, it makes it look more ghosty. But, like, it
does.
It just does. Like, that's the knock-on effect of it, and I kind of love that.
I didn't really think about that, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Later, Sam and Dean arrive at the death, and they talk to the
They've moved the
chief.
body. They have not cleaned the blood.
Yes.
Yeah.
The police chief who explains that every psychic in town has called with their own theory. I love it because he's like, call when you have like a lead.
This cop is more exhausted than fucking Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah, he's just like, all I have is fucking leads.
Like everyone in this town is like, this is the start of my procedural. Yes. It's like, if you want to, I could help.
Yes. And there's two options.
One, I love this cop rolling his eyes like, yeah, this town is famous for this, but not all of us are into it.
Yes. He's like, there's two options. He's like, it was either a ghost or it was a Russian, like, troll.
Oh, yeah. He says someone thought it was a Russian troll.
The chief has confirmed that Nikolai had a vision of his own death. As they're talking with the chief, Melanie calls Dean and invites the brothers back to her home.
Yeah.
When they arrive,
Dean's
Melanie...
like, nice.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Fuck.
Sam, you stand guard.
Yeah. On guard.
Oh. For thee.
When they arrive, Melanie explains that her grandmother had a vision of her own death.
Yeah, she's finally checked her voicemails and her aunt or grandma or whoever it was, had left one that was like described her death too.
And there was a temperature drop as well.
Yeah.
Dean tells her that ghosts really do exist.
Yeah, they drop the
veil,
the facade with her.
And Sam admits that they're not really FBI agents. As they go, the brothers try to figure out how the spirit...
Dean's like, well, I kind of am a female body inspector.
God, remember those shirts?
Man, oof.
God.
Okay. When I was late high school, like peak bro.
Yeah.
Late high school, early university. Peak bro.
Yeah.
So forgive me my trespasses.
Okay.
I had a shirt that said, if you love my guns with arrows pointing to my arms, then you'll love my rocket with an arrow.
Jeez.
That I would just wear.
Wow.
Aggressive shirt.
I had a shirt that I borrowed, that I basically stole constantly from my older brother. That was the Man, the Legend shirt.
Yeah.
I
think at one point I had a shirt that was like musician looking for groupies or something like that.
God love Spencer's Gifts.
And there was a fucking t-shirt joint on Young Street.
Oh,
that I would hit up
I do remember that place.
And you could get custom shit there, but I would just hit other stuff. Yeah.
So fucking cool.
God.
Nothing gets ladies wetter.
Jesus.
That shirt was for other guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is like even worse.
Yes.
Be like, I want you all to know that I'm also a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I can hang. I'm also
a magnet for other pieces of shit.
Oh God. So
Yep.
ashamed.
As they go, the brothers try to figure out how the spirits can move around town, because they're just like, this ghost is not.
It's not a haunted object. It's not stuck in a house. It's not like.
How's it working?
And Sam's like, but there's enough people in town with probably legitimate power, even at like a small level, that like us trying to figure this out is going to be so much harder.
Exactly. Sam suggests that the quartz in all the crystal balls allow the spirits to jump from place to place.
Yeah.
So Sam insists that they split up.
I mean, they could just track gold press latinum. Be like, it was quartz, all right.
It was quarks.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Not quartz.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Okay. Yeah.
Cool.
Can I get you a hollow suite? Would you like to fuck a hologram? Is the translation of that question.
Yep. Yeah. And
I've been selling fuckable holograms for 7 seasons.
Yeah. And Riker's like, I mean, if you think about it, every holodeck is a kind of a.
There is a
holodeck.
movie or an episode of TNG where he calls Quark for information. Riker does.
Yeah.
And Quark's like, well, what will this information cost? And Riker's like, I believe I have a lot of credits to the Holo Suite.
Really?
Yeah, because he like crushed at Dabo or something.
Oh my god.
And he's like, I got a bunch of Holo Suite credits. I'll trade in my like holo fucking for. There's a holodeck on the Enterprise. I don't need your shit. Like,
I do love that about lower decks when they're just like, who has to like fucking like
empty like the
fucking...
empty like the cum canister from the holodeck. That's so funny. That's the funniest shit in the world.
I fucking love that. That first season's perfect.
So funny.
Sam insists that they split up to canvass the town and leaves quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, and Dean's kind of like, because Sam is still like, they're working together, but Sam's still being like cold shoulder.
Yes. Camille is meeting with a client. Camille.
Wait, what was that?
Cosby.
Oh, Jesus.
Camille.
Oh, yikes. I was going to say the kind of like weird thing is that she's putting on a like, call me now kind of like voice. Because we've seen her before, but she's going like, oh, the spirits. And she's like doing that shit. You're like, oh, man.
It's a one racist accent you can still do.
No, I'm not. I was just doing what she does in the episode.
So it's fine then. Tell me what the guy from Lucky Chin does.
No.
Do your impression.
No.
So trying to reassure her while tossing the bones.
Yeah, she's doing like the like hoodoo kind of thing of like these chicken bones.
Yeah.
Holding them up and
yeah.
I'm just assuming they're chicken bones. That might be a very intuitive I know my food kind of thing.
Sure, yeah. It was actually a chicken breastbone, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
I'm a food boobies inspector. And I know that those are chicken breasts.
I like that you changed it to boobies for food.
Oh, it could have been breasts,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
No, it's food boobies.
Yeah.
Chicken breasts are food boobies.
Yeah. Once she collects her fee, Camille has a vision of her clock showing 2:00 and someone breaking her neck.
Yeah, and like a cuckoo going off, and yeah, it's
That's cuckoo.
for Cocoa Puffs.
Dean and Melanie then arrive, and Camille tells them that she had a vision.
Yeah.
Dean notices that Camille has a surveillance camera mounted, and they examine the tape and see a ghost approach Camille and touch her head.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Mm-hmm. He explains that the spirit is giving people visions.
It's like an old-timey one.
Yeah. Melanie says that they've seen the woman in a photo at an old museum. Dean and Sam then go to the Museum of Curiosities, where the curator is giving a tour.
Yeah, this curator needs to fucking like, chill. He's like giving this tour, then he cuts the tour off to follow them into another room and goes, I don't normally do this.
Truly. The brothers
Are you two having troubles right now?
Yeah.
Those brother acts didn't really work out.
Let me tell you my story about a different brother act, though.
Yeah, step brother act.
Did you see that TikTok again?
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Oh, something's gonna happen.
Yeah. The brothers look around and notice a photo of a pair of psychic brothers, the Campbells.
Yeah, I mean, we're meant to infer that they're
Maybe?
part of it. Like,
Maybe
It seems like too like we couldn't come up with any other last
it was
name.
weird, but I think that they said that the Campbells wasn't their real name or something like that.
Right. It just feels.
Why choose it?
It
Yeah.
feels slightly weird.
The curator
Also because like no one else had psychic. You know what I mean? Like.
Oh, that's right. Because the curator approaches them and explains that the Campbells were actually a couple and not brothers.
Oh yeah. Which is that like a wink to like
maybe?
the audience of like I bet you wish these two were a couple and not brothers.
Maybe.
Because that's how it felt to me. Where it's like, fun fact, they said they were brothers, but really, I think you could hear like.
Yeah.
Be like, Sam and Dean find out that they were never related at all, and
watches 1,000 stories.
all their feelings were justified.
Yeah. Now it's not weird the way I feel.
Yeah. So anyway,
Sam is more interested in a photo of the Fox sisters, though.
oh yeah, I bet. Foxy.
Ding,
Ding, ding, ding, ding, ding, ding, ding, ding, ding,
the two ghosts are named after real people. Margaretta Fox and Katie Fox,
Yeah.
also known with their sister Leah as the Fox sisters. They are sometimes credited as the founders of America's 19th century spiritualist movement.
Wait, is this like real?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Their home
That's
was moved to Lilydale in 1927.
Lilydale.
Lilydale.
As a food boobies inspector, I know the finest Lilydale chicken breast.
We only hire the finest booby inspectors.
Food boobies inspectors.
Lilydale.
Lilydale is certified nice.
Ironically, late in life, both Margaretta and Kate were outspoken critics and debunkers of spiritualism. Tell me.
You could motorboat this sandwich if you like.
More food booby than you know to do it.
Food boobies.
I mean, I know what the next shirt we need to put on the thing is.
Food boobies. Oh, God.
I'm here for your chicken sandwich. It's the food boobies inspector.
Yeah, I'm FBI.
Yeah,
Food
food
boobies
boobies
inspector.
inspector.
And there's just a chicken breast on a plate.
Yeah.
That's kind of an amazing shirt.
Yep. That's like the
Really makes you think.
That's like that shirt. That's like that bumper sticker that says "MILFs." Man, I love frogs. The curator explains that Kate Fox was disturbed but had a true gift.
Yeah.
And her older sister Margaret looked after Kate. The Fox sisters lived in Lilydale, died there, and are buried there.
Sam is like, they live here? Are they buried here? And he's like, yeah, man.
You fucking freak.
Jesus.
As Sam goes, the curator grabs Dean and asks if he knows
When he says,
Eleanor.
I don't normally do this, I was like, oh, please hit on Dean.
Yeah, I wish.
That's kind of what I wanted.
Based how Dean acts on the end of this episode, I don't think he would have been super into it.
No.
He asks if he knows an Eleanor or an Ellen. Dean doesn't respond, but the curator says Ellen wants Dean to tell someone how bad it really is and trust someone, or she'll kick his ass from beyond.
Oh, man. Ellen.
Yeah.
Smoke show from the other side.
Right, just push me around.
Oh, God.
Tell me what to do.
Kick my ass.
Yes, mommy.
Yeah.
Outside, Sam suggests that they should dig up Kate and burn the bones.
Yep.
Dean says that enough is enough, and Sam has to drop the act and talk things out.
This is the first time. This is interesting because Dean knows he did wrong or he wouldn't be hiding it. And
Yep.
shit. But this is the first time that Dean comes back with like a relatively reasonable argument.
Yep.
Because here's the thing. We watch the episode. We get to see Sam and Amy. I was going to say Lily, but that's not it.
Nope.
We get to see Sam and Amy. We know why there's a connection. We know why Sam can't kill her. But we brought it up even when we talked about the episode. It's like, is this the last time her kid's going to get sick?
No.
Like, is that, like, you know what I mean? She goes like, I won't kill anyone ever again unless I need to. And
Yes.
then, carte blanche.
Yes.
And it's like, if you're a hunter, like, you know what I mean?
Monster's
Like,
a monster, yeah.
we explore these gray areas, and I think that's interesting. But like Dean comes back with this, like, she was going to do it again. Now, Dean in that moment is maybe being hasty, but the point still stands that, like, she was killing people. I'm a hunter. You couldn't do it. I'm the big brother.
Yeah.
I do the shit you can't do. That's
Yeah.
what this shit is all about.
Yeah.
And he's like, so you could be mad at me, but get the fuck over it.
Yeah.
Which it's interesting because this whole time you sort of expected Dean to have to implode a little bit.
He doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah, but instead he just builds those walls higher, baby.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's the healthy thing.
Yeah, and Sam's gonna pay for it.
He gaslights Sam into being wrong about
That's right.
this. Yeah.
He's gonna make Winchester's great again.
Hey, is Dean FBI? A fine brother inside. Yep.
Something I'd like to find out.
Easy.
Sam wants nothing to do with it, though.
Yeah.
Saying that Dean killed his friend. Dean says that Amy was a monster, killed 4 people, and that he did what Sam couldn't. He insists that he would have told him once he was sure that Sam was over his hallucinations of Lucifer, thing that we forgot.
Yes.
And then walks away. That night, Sam digs up Kate's body and wonders why she's warning her victims first. As they salt...
Yeah, like what's the point of showing up hours earlier to give them a vision of the death she's going to perpetrate?
Totally.
Yeah.
As they salt and burn the bones, Kate's spirit appears and shoves Sam to the ground.
And she goes like, no. And Dean's trying to light his Zippo and it doesn't work. And she goes for Dean and then Sam lights a match, burns the bones, and she disappears.
Totally.
And the guys are like, this is fine?
Yeah. Job well done.
Did it?
Yeah. She angrily asks why nobody is listening to her, but she burns up.
Yeah.
They call Melanie and give her the news, and she passes the information on to her friend Camille.
Yeah.
However, as they go home and Camille packs, the clock strikes 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And everything...
I must be lonely.
And I said, baby,
it's 2 a.m. Is that a ghost? Yeah.
And everything from her visions comes true.
Yeah. It's interesting because, sorry, what's the friend's name? Like the person that Sam and Dean have been talking to again?
Melanie?
Melanie's on the phone with them. She's like, it's still happening, blah, blah, blah. And Dean's trying to talk her through it. And Sam's trying to talk her through it. They're like, get salt. They run out of salt.
Yeah.
Get iron. And then Melanie gets knocked out of the way by the ghost. And then she watches the ghost kill the other one.
Camille.
Yeah.
The brothers arrive at Melanie's house and she runs into Dean's arms.
Yeah.
They realize that Margaret is responsible and that Kate was trying to warn them.
Yeah, it's the other sister. So
Yeah.
one sister's going nuts. The first sister that they killed was trying to
Protect
help.
people, yeah. Melanie explains that she was just in the way and that Margaret was focused on Camille and was smiling the entire time as if she enjoyed killing.
Yeah.
The brothers go back to the cemetery and dig up Margaret's bones, but discover
In the
coffin is
daylight.
empty.
It's broad daylight.
Yeah, truly.
It just struck me because we so rarely see that.
Yeah. Upon finding that Margaret's grave is empty, Dean says Geraldo'd. I don't know if you remember this because this was a year before our birth, but
Okay.
in 1986, the TV tabloid journalist Geraldo Rivera
Right.
shamelessly hyped his upcoming live TV special in which he would open a secret vault, actually a sealed, cement-sealed room in the basement of a hotel once owned by Al Capone. The highlight of the 2-hour live broadcast was not the discovery of the dead bodies of famous riches, but an empty room. So I don't remember this, but I
Wow.
do remember.
I mean, I remember Geraldo.
do you remember the fucking King Tut tomb
I don't actually.
in the 90s?
I know that was a.
There was
a thing,
another
but
one.
I don't remember that.
Another Geraldo thing was they go to fucking do the King Tut's tomb, and they were like, we're going underneath it,
Yeah.
and then they never show it. They get all the way to the entrance and then don't open it, and I think it's because the Egyptian government stops them or
Probably,
something
yeah,
like that.
probably.
But they basically it was like a 2-hour special, and you get like watch the whole thing, and then they finally get to it, and the episode ends.
Fucking Geraldo.
And they're like, we'll never know.
I mean, Geraldo is also just
yes,
a general kind of scumbag.
yeah. We haven't heard from him in a long time.
Well, no, because he's got to be quiet because he spent 4 years being so pro-Trump, and
Oh, was
it's
he?
really hard to pivot from that.
Fair. Sam figures that someone took the bones and is using them for a binding spell to harness Margaret's powers.
Right.
As they go back to the car, Dean notices a poster for the festival and points out that all of the headliners are now dead.
Yes. And he goes, so, who's next then, right?
Who's left? They talk to Melanie, who confirms that the townspeople asked Camille to take the Nikolai's place after he died.
Yeah.
She explains that all of the dead psychics were doing well, and Dean asks who would have been the next person to fill in. Melanie says that they probably would have chose her next.
Yeah.
Sam
How
goes...
have they not already asked? That original bill was 3 performers.
Yeah, I know.
The third one dies, and they're like, we should replace one of them.
Yeah, I know.
Let's ask Camille.
Sam goes back to Jimmy tomorrow and asks if someone bought the Ashwood altar necessary for the binding ritual from him.
Yeah.
The store owner provides a credit card address and offers his condolences for Camille's death. Meanwhile, Dean sets up a spirit ward to protect Melanie, and she wonders if burning the ghost's bones hurts them.
Right.
Which is a thing we've never
And Dean
really...
goes,
probably.
not my problem.
And she goes, good. When Dean says that it might... yeah.
What am I, a fire-burning inquisitor?
When Sam runs down the address, he discovers that the house is being used for a Lamaze class and is not, in fact, the place.
Sam comes in, like, so hot.
So funny.
And everyone's like, Yeah. It's good. It's pretty funny. It's a good bit.
He figures that Jimmy is the necromancer and sent him on a wild
I do
goose
love that
chase.
Sam bursts in, sees this class, he goes, you're not a necromancer.
So funny.
Like, that he says that out loud is really funny to me.
It is very funny.
It's a good moment.
He calls Dean to tell him what's going on, just as Margaret's spirit appears at the window. Sam goes to the shop and discovers that it's closed, but finds Jimmy's apartment in the back.
We get another classic. Dean has put a ring of salt in a room that is only windows.
Yes.
So the windows bust open and the wind blows stuff. Even Dean goes, I hate when they do that. It's like,
They do it every time.
you could figure this out.
Yes.
Go in the hallway
Yes.
where it's like the windows don't have good access. There's not good like blow through.
Exactly.
Put the salt there. Do some shit.
Something.
If you just put,
Glue and salt together, like...
okay, someone on the Discord was like, the salt has to be visible so the
Yes.
hula hoop thing doesn't.
Yeah.
But does it also work with iron? Like if you got like 4 fire pokers and put them in a thing.
Well, no, I think
In
it
a-
has to go
in a-
through them. I think they can go over them. Or,
But if you just put them on the ground, can they step over them, or does it work the same as salt?
I don't think so.
Or like they have to actually make, like they could step over iron,
yeah.
but they can't step over salt.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But if you were like in an iron box, you'd be fine.
Yeah.
So Sam slips in and finds the altar and Margaret's bones on top of them. Jimmy gets behind him and captures him at gunpoint, but Sam quickly disarms him.
Yeah.
At the house, Margaret's spirit shatters the windows, blows the salt line. She appears and shoves Dean away
Yeah.
and advances on Melanie. At the apartment, Jimmy explains that when he shows people what he can do, it scares them, and he's unable to make any money.
Yeah,
'Cause he's just like, I do the real thing.
He's
and-
like, I'm real and I'm fucking poor and people are scared of me. These charlatans, blah,
Exactly.
blah, blah. Like, that's kind of his.
He then disarms Sam with his telekinesis. Dean tries to hold Margaret off using a shotgun, salt, and iron chains.
Yeah.
Sam realizes that Jimmy has the rest of the bones in his bedroom. In his bed.
Hell yeah.
He's boned down.
Been boning down.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He shoots the man, grabs Margaret's skull from the altar, and goes into the bedroom.
Yeah. I know just what to do with this.
They put 3 holes in it for a reason.
Jesus Christ. Good God.
As Margaret chokes Melanie, Sam salts and burns her bones, causing the spirit to disappear.
Yeah. Yeah, because Sam is also FBI. He's a fuck bones incinerator.
Yeah, he just goes after the DVD sets of bones and
yeah.
burns them.
Yeah. Fuck
Fuck
bones.
bones. The next day, Dean and Sam...
They shouldn't have killed Sweets.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Those two get married at one point, right? The main two.
Oh, yeah. Booth and
David
Bones.
Boreanaz. And
Yeah, Booth and Bones. Yeah.
Yeah.
They also have to go on the run for a bit. They
Wow.
get like framed for.
Oh, you did watch this. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. That's
so-
one of the ones I didn't watch. Yeah.
And Booth fucking loves the Flyers. Because David Boreanaz loves the Flyers, and he was like, "Make it in the show."
Bones podcast? Them Bones?
Oh, Pones? No, I was
No,
trying
no,
to put
no.
pot in there.
No. Them Bones.
Yeah.
Bones and bones. Dry bones.
Yeah. I'm wet bones.
We even got a fucking theme song. The next day, Dean and Sam go back to the diner for breakfast.
Yeah.
This is where Dean does make the like kind of homophobic comment where he was just like, he's like, if you give me another like affirmation, he's like, I'm gonna fucking like kick your ass or something.
Yeah, I think that's just that he doesn't fly with the hippie shit. I don't know that that's
Well, 'cause the
expressly, unless I
previous
don't
time-
remember what the line is.
Because
but
the
I don't
line
think that's-
before was like,
expressly
you're a
homophobic.
virile man, and Dean gets creeped out by it.
Yeah, but I think he's just
I hope so.
yeah.
Melanie comes in and Sam steps out to let Dean talk to her alone.
Yeah. Yeah, Sam goes, I'm gonna go do something.
Yeah. Smooth. She thanks him for saving her life and notes that he and Sam seem to be doing better. Dean's like, you saw that from all the way over there? And she's like, I got a little bit of
She's like, I'm a mentalist.
Yes.
Look down the barrel. Thursdays at 8.
Yeah. Go medium. Melanie also figures that Dean doesn't want to come back to Lilydale and then says goodbye,
Yeah.
but figures that anything is possible.
Yeah.
Dean then goes outside and discovers that Sam is putting his stuff into Dean's car. This is also the second time ever that this on an episode it's never featured the Impala.
Yeah. Yeah, because they've had to ditch it.
Yeah. Sam admits that Dean was right about Amy, but tells his brother that he has to be honest with him.
Yeah.
Dean says that he went with his gut and that he's been having trouble trusting anyone since Castiel.
Yep.
As far as the drinking since then, Dean admits that in large part it's been because he had to lie to Sam.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the episode.
There you go.
What do you think?
Wow. I like this episode.
It's fun.
It's good. It's fun. There's some good kind of fun, like jokey moments. I like the general premise. I think the motivation of the bad guy is like a little vague, but
Sure.
it's a good like contained episode. No Leviathans, no, angels and demons. I like it. I don't have too much to say about it. I think maybe the resolution between Dean and Sam's slightly hasty. Like Sam just kind of goes like, yeah, you're right, Amy deserved to die.
Yeah, that was weird.
Which is like it's just a little kind of like after all of
Flippant,
that.
yeah.
And we've had like all of this, like, what won't you tell me? What won't you tell me?
Yeah.
I'm leaving. And it's
Yeah.
like, no, you were right.
Yeah,
Fuck that bitch. Like,
yeah, you're right. She was a monster.
is kind of, that's a little like bad. But for the most part, this episode's pretty solid. I like the performances in it. There's not just like a ton, like, I don't love, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have a ton of like faults with the episode, but I'm also not like willing to go to bat for it. You know what I mean? I just kind of feel like it's fine.
Serviceable, yeah.
Serviceable, yeah. So I think for me, I'd give it 3.5 Cutlery Nations.
Nice.
Yeah.
I always remember this episode. I think it's a fun episode. I like the premise of the like spiritualist town.
Yeah.
I think it is fun. The concept that it's like full of charlatans is fun.
Yeah.
Of course, it kind of reminds me of that like Magicians episode a little bit.
Oh yeah.
With sort of less quality performers.
But that Magicians episode is like,
It's a
compared to this,
it's a banger. Yeah.
and it's like memorable.
Yeah.
Sad and
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Like,
So no, I think you're right. Like I think it is a serviceable episode. It has some fun in it. It's nothing like wildly like exciting, but it's like it works.
Yeah.
I think it's a good like mid-season episode for sure.
totally.
So I will also give it 3.5 cum-filled skulls.
Jesus. Good Lord. Filled?
Yeah. Well, look, he's had it for a while.
Oh my God.
Milky white all the way through, baby.
Listen, that skull
Uh-huh.
was also FBI.
Oh,
full brimmed inseminated.
She fully brimmed. Jesus Christ. What is wrong with you?
You're the one that called it a cum-filled skull.
Yeah, somehow that was better than saying
I think
filled
mine was tasteful.
inseminated. Jesus Christ. So you know sometimes where it's like when you make it more technical, it actually makes it creepier.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
All right, well, that was our reviews. But before we go, do we have a note from a fellow hunter?
Kind of sounds like a thing you should have prepared for.
I thought I did, and then I realized that maybe I hadn't. But I luckily did.
Okay.
So we have a note from a fellow hunter. It's a bit of a beast,
Okay.
but here we go. Fan fiction recommendations for S7/fiction.
Ooh, season 7 / fiction.
That's right. Hi, Ghostfacers. It's me, Ginger, he, him, your certified autistic Sam girl.
Ooh.
This episode really irked me. It's called /fiction, and Sam and Dean don't even kiss once. If I remember correctly, all we get is that comment from a Leviathan Dean about how he likes his meat bitter before he tries to eat Sam.
Right.
Now, I did have to pause the episodes for a few seconds to catch my breath, but frankly, that's just not enough.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, true. If you're coming there for /fiction, you're going to leave disappointed.
Yeah.
You're going to have a bad time.
Absolutely. But like always, fan fiction is there to mend the wounds inflicted by the hands of canon.
Wow. Good Lord.
And one of these may or may not be the one that I personally have written.
Oh.
Who knows?
Oh.
All of these are Sam-centric, some Wincest, but mostly platonic brother fics, and only one Destiel fic. I don't ship Destiel. Castiel deserves better than Dean, damn it.
Whoa.
So, I will post these to the episode.
Wow.
We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 links.
Goodness.
The first link, Fusion Verse, is a series of short fics in which Sam crawls out of hell. Dean has a leg injury and has to get his knee fused and then buy a house. A sweet series of Sam and Dean being domesticated while struggling with their respective traumas. No incest.
Oh, I like that.
Link 2, Gordon kidnaps Sam and Kubrick, and Creedy crucify him. It's very graphic and very sad. No incest.
You sound so disappointed.
Yeah. Link
For
3,
the record, I don't need the Wincest.
Teach his own. Link 3, Sam watches the Scream movies through the years. Introspective
Sure.
of how Sam feels and relates to Sydney from childhood to after Dean dies. Very
Interesting.
sad. Doesn't say anything about no incest there.
Yeah, optional.
The fourth link, if you read any of
The
these...
sexiness is coming from inside the house.
inside the Dean. If you read any of these, it has to be this one.
Okay.
Sam is an android a la Detroit Become Human.
Wow.
Great.
Interesting.
Great game. And his mission is to kill wanted criminal Dean Winchester.
Okay.
Almost like a play on like the original concept for the show.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
So sweet, Sam and Dean learn how to love. No incest.
That one's no
I
Wincest,
know.
where he's an android and
they learn how
possibly
to
not
love?
a brother at all.
Bullshit. Link 5. This is the only Destiel fic I think I've ever enjoyed, and it's because it's an alternative universe. Dean is a slave, and Castiel is the owner of a recovery center for past slaves.
Oh, Jesus.
The center is full, so Dean has to stay with Cass. The fic
That's not how that works.
This fic has made me cry so many times. I could not recommend it though.
Good God.
Doesn't say anything about no incest.
Well, I don't think you would need it if it's a Destiel one.
But it also doesn't say yes incest. So my guess is maybe when it doesn't, it is.
But it's Destiel.
Fair. Okay, number 6. Sam learns how to knit and make sweaters for Dean's birthday.
Fuck yeah.
So sweet.
That's the Wincest one.
Doesn't say it's not.
I made you a cock cozy. Sam's been quietly knitting.
Number 7.
Oh, I'm gonna have to add a few more rows of stitches, I guess.
Number 7. It just says, "This is porn."
Okay, well, that's the Wincest one.
Summary: watch out for Sammy, right? Everyone in this bar is watching out for Sammy. And it ain't just because he looks good enough to eat. No, he smells like it too.
Jesus.
If you don't know what A/B/O is, then you're gonna learn, girl.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know either.
Dare I mess with my Google results?
A/B/O.
Okay. Stands for Alpha, Beta, Omega.
Oh, that's
It's
not
a
so bad.
subgenre of speculative erotic fiction. Its premise is that a dominance hierarchy exists in humans, which are divided into dominant alphas, neutral betas, and submissive omegas.
Oh, okay, that's not so bad.
I don't know. This feels more aggressive than that description is.
Sure, fair.
I'm getting vibes.
Fair. The final link. This is also porn.
Okay, obviously.
Sam breaks both of his arms, and Dean has to help him out.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
I mean,
Fuck yeah.
listen.
Those are massive arms.
Who
to
else is
break.
Sam gonna ask?
That's right. 'Cause he's my brother. It ain't heavy.
With arms both broken.
Between your thighs. That is all Love Ginger.
Welcome to this place. I cannot masturbate. With arms both broken.
I hate how good you are at that.
Why am I good at music improv?
For the worst purposes.
Yeah, only in gross contexts.
Yeah.
I can't do anything legitimate. Yeah,
All right.
certainly nothing monetizable. That's
Absolutely. Well, that is it.
Wow.
if you
Well,
wanna-
thank you for the note.
Yeah. Well, I'll make sure to put those on the description, I guess.
Yeah.
Also on the Discord. If you want to continue the discussion of /fic, or maybe you know a medium that you believe in.
Yeah.
Maybe your medium is high.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe your medium is well done,
Yeah.
which is rare.
Fuck yeah. Fuck, you're good. God, you're.
That's a Statler and Waldorf joke.
Oh, is it?
That's what I call a medium play. A medium play. Well, it wasn't rare, and it certainly wasn't well done.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Well, you can continue that chat on our Discord.
Patreon.com/Ghostfacers for only $1 a month. You can join Angel Radio, our awesome community Discord server, where people are lovely there, share the stuff we like about the show, but other fiction, other shows that we like. It's just a great community, and it helps us support us.
Other fiction, is that one of your keywords?
Yeah. Hashtag other fiction.
fiction.
Yeah. Hashtag ruined. Ruined Rise.
Oh my god, very different thing. Or is it? Nope, not gonna do it. If you have a note like we got from Ginger about a past or future episode, you can send those to us through our email, ghostfacerspodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, baby.
Or reach out to us through our various social media platforms.
Yeah, we're Ghostfacers Pod on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Also, if you want to give us 5 stars and a review, we will read that on a future episode.
Baby.
We also, if you want to get your Food Boobies Inspector shirt.
I mean, we really have to make that one. What an incredible shirt. Yeah, I'm FBI
Yeah.
Food Boobies Inspector. Chicken breast on a plate.
Yeah. You can go to ghostfacerspodcaststore.com or listen to our other podcast.
Yeah, Dr. DC Podcast. We talk about DC Comics. We answer listener questions. If you like how we talk about ghosts and lore and cosmology over here, you might like how we talk about all of that stuff over there.
That's right. And that's it for this week. Say goodbye, bitch.
Jerk.